This is Boxing Tickets, and in association with that prize guy, I'm delighted to be joined on Zoom once again with the machine. David Ryan, how are you?
All good, Steve. How are you? You keeping well?
I am fantastic. The last time I seen you was in the Red Cow Hotel, and I think your left eye, I think, needed a good few stitches. You fully recovered since then.
Fully recovered now, so thank God. So yeah,
It's I guess boxing, isn't it? Like the last time we done an interview, you're actually supposed. Sorry, the last time I seen you, obviously on Zoom, we were doing
yeah,
an interview because obviously you're supposed to be fighting Senan Kelly,
yeah. And then
and that
the
didn't
minute we got
happen.
off the Zoom, the fight was called off.
Hopefully, something like this doesn't happen today.
uh, yeah, I don't know if you were bad luck that day for me.
But look, has it been a frustrating probably time for you sort of since? Obviously, I know that there was nothing between you and Senan. Obviously, stopped that fight. There was other issues that stopped it from happening, but like probably a frustrating time for you. Probably thought won the Celtic title. I guess it's sort of from the fight.
Yeah, it was frustrating because it,
I was going to say it's a frustrating
yeah,
time because obviously they initially read out that that Tony McGlynn was a champion, and then obviously
yeah,
it's you. So from that moment of the decision of the fight, it sort of started to go downhill a bit for you.
yeah. It did. I've been mad. I train all the time. I'm never out of camp. I'm always in shape. And I'm always ready to fight. But I'm getting oh, there's a 4 round fight here, there's a 6 round fight here. I'm kind of I'm not going backwards. I want to kind of move on with my career. Uh, Same with the Senan Kelly fight. Like we still agreed to fight Senan without this belt being involved. The Irish title means feck all, anyways. Like it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't give you a ranking anymore. So we said we'd still fight. We did try to make the fight in America on the Kevin Cronin fight with all those
Okay.
guys, and they wanted nothing to do with it. So I actually don't know, to be honest. I felt like I wasted a whole year trying to get that fight. It's a year I'm not going to get back. It was just pointless. But you know,
Like I was going to sort of say there, like the British Boxing Board Celtic is the equivalent, obviously, to an Irish title. Obviously,
yeah,
it's for it seemed to be that both of them sort of tied up the same way European rankings, and you sort of
yeah,
touched on there. They don't seem to get you ranked anymore, but
no,
it's a gradual step, I guess, in some way
yeah.
to where you want to go to.
They don't mean a whole lot. But it's a step up fight. It's a good guy in boxing. So that's what was kind of yeah. They meant Ian texted me. There's a fight. This guy blank. Yeah, perfect. And then that's all I ever say to a fight. So it just made a bit more sense instead of stepping down to have a 6 rounder. It just yeah, common sense at the end of the day it was.
Yeah, it's like I think you're only ever really going to be happy with like an Irish title or British Boxing Board Celtic title if that's where you only set your dreams are. Obviously, you've dreams to go beyond that, so
Yeah,
people
yeah.
might sort of listen to this and go, you know, I might construe it the wrong way. It's like you have bigger aspirations in a British
Of
Boxing Board
course, yeah.
Celtic or an Irish title, so
Yeah.
they aren't a big belt to you in the grand scheme of
No,
things.
yeah, of course. No, you have some guys and that's their dream is to win an Irish title and all that, but that's not. I want more than that. So
And like this fight obviously has been out there for quite a while. Like,
yeah.
have you ever had a fight where you've had so long to prepare for it, Dave?
Uh, yeah, I know. 'Cause I would have with the kickboxing too. So you'd always have yeah, I would have. Yeah, I would have. I would have.
You would have known of a date, but you maybe might not have known of an opponent. Sort of that far.
Yeah, yeah. I would have always been given it a date. Okay, you're boxing this. You're definitely there's no opponent confirmed yet. But yeah, I would have. I would have.
So you're talking probably what I think it was about 4 months out, maybe with this fight was
Yeah,
first announced.
yeah. 4 months out. Yeah.
And like when did sort of camp start for you? Then I guess obviously you were still, I guess camp was in flow, but you probably maybe weren't on the diet sort of thing as much. Like when did the sort of fully switch on for you?
I'm going to be honest, Steve. I was walking around. Once I got the call for the fight, I was like, yeah, no problem. I was walking around about 66 kilos, so I wasn't a whole lot over the weight, and I was told to put on a bit of weight because getting closer to the fight, I'm like, oh, why didn't I have this? Why didn't I have that? Would have killed me a bit. So I was just relaxed a small bit. I'm still training hard. I was just changing my foods, and that kind of eased it up. I've been having great spars, conditioning, running, all of that has been brilliant. Like for once, like so, I'm well and truly like even from my last fight, like I'm a million times fitter than that. So
You're even fitter than that. So in the machine,
yeah,
I
like
guess you have an extra 2 rounds this time as well. So obviously you need to be fitter, but there was no
no
problem with the
problem.
engine last time.
That's no problem. The engine, there's never an issue with it.
Kyle Boyd, what do you know of him? Obviously, he is the British Box World Celtic champion at the moment. What do you know of your opponent? Like, have you sort of put his picture up on the dartboard, started throwing darts at it? What do you know of him?
I know. I wouldn't know too much about him to be honest. I actually watched him there last year, or the year before when he boxed Jimmy Joe Flint,
Mm-hmm.
and I was hoping to fight Jimmy Joe, and he beat him, and then I was just sitting there and got a phone call. Do you want to fight this guy? Yeah, no problem. You know, that was it. I haven't watched a whole lot of him to be honest. I don't really watch opponents. I like to do what I do. But he can fight.
Is it more of a case for Shaun, obviously in the background, obviously in dealing with that sort of thing, and you just put on the gloves and fight? He just gives
That's
you the
it.
tactics.
That's it. That's 1,000,000% the plan. He tells me what to do, I'll do it. You
Like,
know,
so I was going to say there, obviously, from the post I put out earlier today, obviously they say it was a couple of weeks to go. Like, this is your second title fight in a row, your second fight in the away corner as well. Like, there's no, there could be easier ways to win titles, Dave, but what better way to do it? It's even sweeter to do it from the away corner.
but Steve, in all honesty, I've been doing it through my whole kickboxing career too. So it's not new to me one bit whatsoever. Like I haven't had a home fight, so like all my fights have been away. So, like I've never been the home corner. Oh, okay, I might box in Belfast and be the home boxer up there because I'm fighting for someone from somewhere else. But I'm never the actual home boxer, so I'm well used to it no matter where I go.
Is that a trend you like to keep? Like, obviously, I know with Anto Kakachi, obviously he's boxing the road that long now that he's going, well, unless the money's really good, I'll keep boxing away from him, because
Yeah,
you don't want to be if you're superstitious in a way, you don't want to change a habit that's
yeah,
working for
of
you.
course. Look, if I got a fight at home, it'd be nearly a dream. So if it comes, I'll take it. But there's a lot more red tape to it than that. So
Like, I guess the last year, like, you've obviously had injuries and stuff down, through your pro career and stuff here as well. Like,
yeah,
this time you've had off, I guess it's been frustrating, but it's also maybe helped you with any wee niggles and things like that, so that you can end this fight 100%.
yeah, of course. Like I, I had the fight and then kind of had a few weeks on off weeks, but like I was back training fairly fast, but like wasn't sparring obviously with the coach. Uh, wasn't doing a lot of boxing, but I was still boxing. Like I was getting 3 or 4 sessions a weekend, but like different kind of boxing, more relaxed than killing myself every day. But like within 3 or 4 weeks, I was bored. I was back training properly. Like now, when once the cut was healed properly, I still didn't spar for a couple of weeks. I might only do like 3 or 4 rounds here and there just to leave it really heal. Like I said, I've been cut there a few times, so I don't want to be acting the dick with it. So leave it fully heal, like, and I've had no issues. I've had a cut there before, and like I never let that heal properly, and like I'd be sparring, it just swell up, and go back sparring a couple of days later, it swell up again. So like I was constant leaving it go. Like so now it like everything's healed. Like I've had no injuries, thank God. So
Yeah, fingers crossed, touch wood, it stays that way for you.
100%.
I guess when you're used to that sort of thing in a fight, where obviously your eyes go puffy, obviously you have a cut and things like that. Like, these are all wee things that you can bank on, where you can go, if I get a head clash or a cut and stuff in a fight, granted, touch wood, it isn't too bad, but
Yeah,
you've already experienced that, so it's not like, oh, well, sure, it's only a cut, it's only a graze. I'm
yeah,
used
yeah,
to that.
yeah. Of course, like. But then like it's only a cut, like. But then what the doctors see is a totally different thing to what we see. So like you're always gonna box on no matter how bad a cut is. So like I was very lucky the last time to have Andy O'Neill with
Mhm.
my eye. So like all honesty, like he was probably the best thing to have in the corner that night, like with the cut.
Was Andy in your corner again in 3 weeks' time in Scotland? I know there's quite a lot of shows on that week.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I haven't even got to that details yet. So we'll figure it all out this weekend.
We'll have to send Andy O'Neill a message and tell him that he saved the day for the last time out, so he needs to. Well, not that he's going to need to save the day for this time. Hopefully not, but like he
Yeah,
needs to be there. He can't leave the
cool.
winning team.
No, he can't. But I don't plan on getting cut this time. I don't. But if it happens, it happens. I'll like I can box. Like I'm going to show a boxing side now where I can box this time. But if I need to get into a war, I'll absolutely get into a war. Do you know,
But
it
that,
doesn't
that's you all
doesn't.
over, but Dave, like you're maybe going with the intentions. You're like Tyrone McKenna. You might have the game plan and stuff like that. Not to have a war, and then you get in and
Yeah,
you go, let's just have a war.
yeah. That's there too. But I'm not that stupid where you just go in and have a war for the sake of it. Like I use my head too. Like so I've been sparring some good kids, and so I've been working a lot too. Like so.
Who have you been sparring recently? Like I haven't seen much footage of you. I haven't seen
I
much of
I
you in
haven't
the
put
gym.
we haven't been putting a whole lot up now. To be honest, we just keep it to ourselves. Just get the rounds in and go home. Like every time it comes to get a picture, you like it's 10-20 minutes, and then we forget all about it. So like I'm kind of like but anyone we're sparring everyone we can get our hands on to spar. So it's great in that way. Like
It's just keeping everything top secret. Then obviously that's a
no, not top secret at all. It's just stop. It's just whatever happens. It just kind of if I'm in a rush to go back to work or something, I'm not taking videos or pictures or any of that. Like, but like I'm in the gym every day, like so it makes no difference. Do you get me that way?
yeah.
Stop.
The dog wants in the interview.
She wants in, but she's not meant to be up here.
That's you and Baller when the missus comes home.
The missus is away in college, I'll be leaving up sleep upstairs and all, and then when she comes home, she's like, "Get him out of the room."
And you know what? You've no way of hiding it too as well because it's in the
No,
interview.
no.
She ever watch the
Very
interview
good.
later on, be going, "What was the dog doing up the stairs?"
Oh, she loves upstairs.
Like you seem in a really good place. Like I guess sometimes when someone's had a bit of an activity after having that big high, like you seem relaxed, you seem content. Like that, it's not obviously a foregone conclusion. You're obviously going to win in Glasgow, but the confidence is high. Like you're prepared. You've been on the road in the past, so you know what you have to do.
Yeah, of course, of course. I'm 100% up for this task. Whatever your man can do, I can match. I can outwork. I can outbox. If he wants to tough it out with me, no problem. I'll do the same. I will beat this guy, and I'm very, very confident of it. So I will be bringing that belt home.
Don't want to obviously look too far ahead because it's not not the nature of anybody, but like you want to make up for lost time the rest of this year. Like I guess maybe one, maybe two more fights after Kyle Boyd.
Yeah. So yeah, well, I'll just get this fight out of the way and then see what happens. There is a Galway show the week after, but that's way too soon. I'm raging that it is a week after because I would have done good numbers there in Galway, which is only a half an hour or 45 minutes from where I live, so it would have been ideal. But it'd be way too close, So, and
Yeah.
no, my luck if I was to wanted to fight on it, I'd have two cuts, So I'm well used to that kind of situation.
Was that the annoying part? Obviously, I guess your biggest fight of your pro boxing career has been arranged, and then Galway gets announced, and you're going, "Who's playing tricks here?" Sort of thing, and then I guess it's sort of going, "Well, could we move this fight to Galway?" Obviously, I know it's a kynoch show, but
Yeah,
you're weighing all these things up in your head because you want to fight as close to home as possible.
of course. No, I didn't even think of that actually, to be honest, because I know it's GBM, is it? They're a British
Yeah.
backing, so I didn't even think of that, to be honest. Could I bring it here? But that's too late for that now.
It's I guess it's like when you see the Galway card and you go next time, like you never know the next card you could have, you could be headlining somewhere, like you just don't know what way this
Yeah,
boxing
of
game
course, of
works.
course, yeah, yeah. Boxing is a strange things where anything can happen like that. So hopefully,
But look, obviously I wanted to keep it short and sweet for you today. Obviously, I know it's been a while since we sort of had a chat, but I guess sometimes when you're in fight sort of mode, there's not too much chatting sometimes to be had.
no,
It's just fully focused on the job to do.
oh,
Um,
100%.
Obviously, winning this British Boxing World Celtic title, it's not your end goal, but
No,
it's
no,
but it's going
no.
to be a big thing for you.
Of course, well, Yeah, it'd be a bigger thing to get me to bigger things. You know, it'll put me in the right direction. It can move me down the British side a lot faster because this Irish side there's nothing happening.
Mm.
There's not a whole lot happening. I've agreed 4 or 5 times to fight last year for the Irish title, and it just didn't happen. So I'm not wasting more time hoping for that to happen. Where I can go down fight in England, fight in Belfast. You know, all those like there's loads of other shows where I can fight on. So I'm not gonna be stuck for an opportunity like.
Do you see this as a big opportunity for you to get on these bigger cards? You know, obviously we see all these big cards all around the UK and things like that, and even further afield. Like, do you see this as, I guess, as a side product, obviously winning the belt, but you can get into bigger fights and bigger
Yeah,
opportunities with
yeah,
this?
of course. Like over in on the British side, like you get spotted a lot faster than you would over here. Like you know, in all honesty, like there's Ireland's been getting a lot better lately, but like it's a lot better over there. Like there's a show on every weekend over there, so like you know you're not going to be stuck. If you impress one person over there, it's like impressing 10 people at home.
Mm.
You know, so like it's a lot better of an opportunity to take.
How do you see the fight going in 3 weeks' time? Like, I guess you don't sometimes want to make predictions, but in your head, how do you see the fight going? Can you see stopping him? You know, do you see it being wide points? How do you see it going?
Well, Dave, I'm winning. Every time I say I'm going to stop someone, I jinx myself. I know I punch hard. And it's so frustrating because every time I'm boxing, I'm kind of rushing or I'm trying to impress people a lot more. Where like training now, I'm settling down a lot more. I'm not rushing things. I'm actually boxing a lot better than previous. If I have to, if I have to get a stoppage win, I'll get a stoppage win. If it's a points win, I don't care as long as I win. That is the end goal.
So you're predicting the points win, but the ideally are trying to do reverse psychology on yourself and get a stoppage one.
Something like that.
Are you allowed to keep this belt? Obviously, we know that you lost. You know, you lost your last belt. Obviously, your missus took the belt and she says that was hers. Are you allowed your own belt this time, or is she going to claim this one as well?
I've got that belt back. But yeah, I'll be having this one myself this time.
I guess she probably give you that one back because she knows there's another one coming. I know you've obviously
That's
got
it.
a lot of belts and things, and sometimes belts just become an ornament and things about the house. But does she give you that belt back, knowing that the British Boxing Board Celtic title's coming?
Yeah. I won't tell you who said that.
Well, she'll probably be listening to this, so she'll probably know
Yeah.
exactly what we're up to. Are you much of a crowd? Are you taking over? Obviously, I know when Graham was over the other week, I think it timed well with a Celtic match and things like that. Are you taking much of a crowd over with you?
I think there's about 15 or 20 coming over at the moment. So it's a final crowd of us. And then there's a few other away at the moment. But we were actually meant to fight when Graham fought, and Graham was meant to fight here, but we swapped fairly fast that when it was all arranged. So yeah, look, it works. I don't care. Do you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, we're still a couple of weeks out yet. You always get the last minute ones that
Of
go here.
course, yeah, of course.
I fancy a
Yeah,
weekend in
so,
Scotland.
well, we all do.
But look, always great to get a catch up with you, Dave. Obviously, can't wait. Obviously, 3 weeks time. Obviously, you fight in Scotland for the British Boxing Board Celtic title on the Kinnoch Boxing Show, and you face Kyle Boyd. Obviously, I hope you go well the next couple of weeks of your camp. We can't wait to see you bringing that belt home.
Thanks a million, Steve. I will definitely bring it home.
Cheers, Dave. Take care.
All right. Thanks a million,
Cheers,
Steve.
cheers, thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Bye bye.